As a young citizen of India, armed with technology, knowledge, and love for my nation, with a vision of transforming India into a developed nation, I'm joining Shobhit University. What about you?
Very good morning to all the participants from India and abroad. Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, Meerut, deemed to be university, and it's a Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. Extend greetings to all the participants from India and abroad who are attending today's national webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, and a very important topic, development of livelihood activities among tribals through Nature Science Foundation, Coimbatore. Today is 3rd November 2022, and I'm also very happy to announce that today is the 100th edition of this webinar series. I thank Honorable Chancellor, Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, deemed to be University, Meerut, Honorable Vice Chancellor, and the faculty members, and above all the guest speakers who participated in this national webinar series, and also Mr. Manish Chabra, who was the main person to run this show. Mr. Manish, thank you very much on this very important occasion. Let me welcome on behalf of the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, the faculty members of the university, and on my behalf, and as Professor Emeritus and Chairman of Centers of Excellence, Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance Research Study, Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Study, Center for Informatics Development Solutions and Application, Center for Industry 4.0 Technology Studies and Application, and Center for Health Informatics and Computing. Let me welcome today's guest speaker to deliver the talk in the 100th edition of this national webinar series, Dr. Shrikala K. Nair. Good morning, madam.
Thank you,
She is
sir.
Director of Research and Development, Nature Science Foundation, based at Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. I wish to inform the participants and the speaker that the university regularly conducts 2 webinar series. National webinar series on doubling farmers' income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in agriculture, on every Thursday, and international webinar series on open source digital technologies towards self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, on every Saturday. For the benefits of the participants and the guest speaker, the university has so far organized 99 webinars on very important topics. Let me read out only the topic's title. Role of agriculture cooperative societies and e-governance. Blockchain technology-based fishery value chain. A self-contained village, a felt need of the day. Spices informatics network value chain. Lantana camera, a camouflaged treasure trove. Smart hill agriculture, a digitalized hill agriculture value system. Mera mobile, Mera marketing, integrated mariculture, aquaponics, and precision agriculture. In short, MAPA biofarms for income revolution by Professor Samuel Jnana Prakash Vincent, head of the Department Center for Marine Sciences and Technology, Manoormaniam Sundarnar University, Raja Kamangalam, Kanyakumari District. Smart Tribal Agriculture, Optimizing Value Chain by Dr. Nadadur Janathan, IAS retired, former United Nations advisor. Digital Agri-Tech and Industry Perspective. Land Resources Information System in India, present and road ahead. Weather Decision Technologies for increasing farm income. Big data in smart farming. Sustainable soil and land management for climate smart agriculture. Understanding market dynamics for increasing farm income. Role of technologies in mitigating crop risk. How to generate additional profit via simple, attractive approaches in farm produce. Adoption of flexi rubber check time technology. Potential benefit for farmers in rainfed and coastal agro ecosystems. Adoption of flexi rubber check dam technology. Potential benefit for farmers in rainfed and coastal agro ecosystems. realizing the economic benefits of agroforestry. Octasol organic humic solutions for increasing crop yields and quality while increasing farm income and improving soil health. Closing the nutrient loop, phosphorus management in protein farming, improving nutrient use efficiency and farm productivity. Artificial intelligence enabled pest management technology for agriculture crop protection without pesticides. Smart poultry monitoring solutions, agrobiodiversity, intellectual property laws, agriculture and farmers' welfare, and insight into the issues for Indian agrarian economy. Manufacture and application of biochar for increased soil fertility and crop productivity. Sustainable integration of livestock with agriculture for farm income increase. Role of geographical indications on improving farm income. Lessons from Asia Pacific region. Dairy Informatic Network Value Chain, a dairy tech startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Spices Informatics Network Value Chain, a turmeric startup perspective for farmers' income increase. Generating sustainable on-farm income through fintech interventions. Nutrition sensitive agriculture, pathway for increasing farmers' income. Artificial intelligence and data analytics to ensure optimal nutrition in the soil harvested food that minimizes human disease. Bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer produce organization. Tech enabling India's tech-starved farmers for manifold increase in productivity and income. Open insurance ecosystem for agriculture producers, risk management solutions to overcome repercussions on farmers' income, market stability, and food safety. Role of mass media for farmers' income increase, a case study from Green TV. Xstack, open source digital infrastructure for the agriculture ecosystem, a Linux Foundation project. Circular bioeconomy towards resilience. Urgent need for redefining raw materials and modified waste management policies and regulations. Agri-tech new horizon in Indian agriculture. Supporting of farmers for marketing will only help doubling of income by 2022. Rural transformation for farmers' income increase. Case studies from impoverished districts. Mobile enabled software as a service to solve complex supply chain challenges. A case study from daily orders. John Deere's journey in India integrated precision agriculture solutions, doubling the income of farmers through eco-agri revolution by Padma Shri Dr. M.H. Mehta, former Vice Chancellor, Gujarat Agriculture University. Bayer's carbon farming initiatives, post-production interventions maximizing value for farmers. BEEF model of revival of traditional water management systems to enable doubling of farmers' income should be adopted farmers' welfare as a new paradigm instead of farmers' welcome. Welcome. ICT intervention in agriculture challenges and opportunities. Democratizing the future of farming, a global experience. Commercial processing of orders, next game changer in dairy. Data-driven agriculture and agri-tech startup perspective. Agribusiness potentials in Moringa. Agriculture income pathway, strengthening links between agriculture activities and nutrition outcomes. Technology, education, research, and rehabilitation for the environment, cultivating dignity for farmers. Model Village Development Program, a case study from Maharashtra. Market driven agriculture, need for development of crop specific strategies at block level. Farmers collective with value addition, powerful business model for income increase for small and marginal farmers. Farmers collective with value addition, powerful business model for income increase for small and marginal farmers. Lessons from Operation and Flood for transforming agriculture and food systems. Sustainable food production. Agriculture marketing in India, defects therein and remedial measures, if any. Small scale fisheries and their contribution to rural livelihoods, case studies from developing countries. Impacting lives through livelihood promotion and value chain development, case study of Vritti impact model. Organic spices cultivation for doubling of farmers' income in northeast region of India, a value chain analysis. agriculture exports management, imperative of integrating with global value chain at the earliest. Agriculture value chain challenges and opportunities. Dairy husbandry for food security and national prosperity. Mushroom cultivation, a way towards self-reliance from agriculture waste and providing nutritional food security to the nation. Subhas Palekar, fe- natural farming, future of farming rooted in Indian tradition. Vision 2025, agriculture and allied sectors viewpoint, doubling income of tribal families through value chain intervention and minor forest producer. A case study on custard apple value chain from Udaipur, Rajasthan. Doubling income of tribal families through value intervention and minor forest producer, a case study on custard apple value chain from Udaipur, Rajasthan. Unity Agri, Internet in farmlands, key for prosperous farmers. Jackfruit Informatics Network value chain, a needed digital infrastructure for increasing farmer income. Doubling of farmers' income through integrated agri value chain. Potential role of minor fruits in achieving nutritional and livelihood security by Professor D. N. Kumar, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Coimbatore. Fisheries Informatics Network value chain, a case study from Manja Technologies. Untapped potential for growth, co-create solutions to realize gains for farms, households, and communities. Neem tree, sustainable solution to livelihood, chemical-free, nutritious food, and global warming. One district, one product informatics network value chain is the key to unlocking India's potential of agri exports. Village e-commerce, challenges, barriers, and potential in rural India. Export promotion of GI tagged agriculture products from India, issues, challenges, and potential. Doubling Indian farmers' income through indigenous cows, opportunities and challenges. Livestock insurance ecosystem, a necessity for smallholder farmer in India. Innovative future farming needed for design of agriculture. Empowering rural farmers by co-creating value-added products. An agri-tech entrepreneur's perspective by Dr. Sharmali Pratap Mane from Gagal, Kolhapur district, Maharashtra. Food value chain, issues, challenges, and potential. Animal health industry, quality, innovation, talent, and technology have power to transform farm-linked activities and secondary agriculture, empowering small and marginal farmers in India, harnessing opportunities in rain-fed areas, pathway to prosperity by Dr. Vinod Kumar Singh, Director, Central Research Institute for Dryland Agriculture, ICAR, Hyderabad. Agri entrepreneurship development pathway for farming as a service, agricultural resources information system, and micro level planning for farm health management, key to achieving the doubling farmers' income by 2022 agenda put forth. Growth and structural transformation in agriculture in India moving to the next level. Fisheries value chain, empowering fisherfolk and allied workers through digitalized fishery input management systems. By Madam Kasturi, former Senior Technical Director, NIC Trivandrum. Village level cooperatives, a proven model to elevate farmers from their poverty. Experience sharing on entrepreneurial journey in secondary agriculture by Dr. Siddharth Arora, CEO Fermentech Labs, IIT Roorkee. AgroCrade, an AI-powered physical plus digital infrastructure enabling digital trade in fruits and vegetables. Innovation for waste to wealth by Dr. Prakash Rao, President, National Academy of Veterinary Science, and the Chairman, Prakash Feed Mills Private Limited, Chennai. Today is the 100th edition of the national webinar series, which will be addressed by Dr. Shri Kalam Kumar Nair, the Director, Research and Development, Nature Science Foundation, Coimbatore. India is a land of villages. Acharya Vinoba Bhave said, India is largely an agriculture country, Krishi Pradhan Desh, and a country of villages, having more than 6.25 lakh villages. Agriculture sector is the foundation of Indian economy. It employs more than 50% of India's workforce and contributes almost 17 to 18% of its GDP. And at present, agricultural livelihoods are being severely impacted world over as a result of anthropogenic global warming and climate change. Climate change has got both direct and indirect effects on agricultural productivity, including changing rainfall patterns, severe drought, flooding, and changes in geographical redistribution of pests and diseases. Climate According to the findings from Council on Energy, Environment and Water, Mumbai, and its recent Climate Vulnerability Index, 463 India's districts, which are home to 968 million people, are extremely vulnerable to climate events. Farmers of India are facing multidimensional problems: price fluctuation, debt, lack of infrastructure, and weather. Indian farming community comprises of about 14.5 crores operational holders, of which 85% of the farmers are having small and marginal operational holdings. They need timely, location-specific, and personalized information for effective control on their production risk and then market their produce to identified market opportunities. According to Dr. Christopher Barrett, who teaches applied economics and management at Cornell University, USA, he says, I quote, there are three forms of hunger encompassing half the world now: deepening poverty over generations, undernourishment, micronutrient deficiencies, and obesity. And also said COVID 19 has exacerbated global hunger, which is also impacted by strife and climate change. Agriculture extensification into forests and wetlands having reservoir of zoonosis have caused 50% of zoonotic diseases among humans recently, according to a report published in Times of India dated 25th December 2021. Many national level programs such as Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, Startup India, Stand Up India programs have faced operational difficulties for its impact at farm level and farmer level, and that too at small and marginal farmers. I would like to quote Honorable Prime Minister's speech at the 7th Governing Council meeting of Niti Aayog held on 7th August 2022. He said, I quote in his opening remarks, he stressed the need to focus on modernized agriculture, modernized animal husbandry, modernized food processing to become self-sufficient and global leader in the agriculture. In his closing remarks, he said, I quote, each state should focus on promoting trade, tourism, and technology via every Indian mission around the world. The states must focus on reducing imports, increasing exports, and identifying opportunities thereof. With respect to today's topic, I would also like to quote the recommendation of Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022 report of 2018, with which I was closely associated as group leader for two subgroups for Volume 11 and Volume 12B. Volume 11 talked about empowering the farmers through extension and knowledge dissemination, and Volume 12B, Digital Technology in Agriculture. This volume has recommended 7 mission mode projects for digital technology in agriculture. They are digitalized agriculture, digital technology and innovation in agriculture, synergization of Digital India, Make in India, Skill India, and Startup India programs for transformational reforms in agriculture sector in 3 categories: smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Digitalized agricultural resources information system and micro level planning for achieving smart village and smart farming. Digitalized agromet advisories and agricultural risk management solution, including open insurance solutions. Digitalized value chain for about 400 agricultural commodities. digitalized access to inputs, technology, knowledge, skill, agricultural finance, credit, marketing, and agribusiness management to farmers. Digitalized integrated land and water management system per drop more crop. Digitalized farm health management for reduction of farmers' loss. And this report also talks about the need for development of a network of cooperative societies, CoopNet, and automation of each cooperative society to facilitate governance and operational efficiency in the cooperative sector, which also says that it is good for rural India. And we have Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, of making India a self-reliant nation. Rested on five I's: intent, inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation, based on five pillars, namely quantum jumping economy, infrastructure, one that represents modern India, system, 21st century technology driven, vibrant demography, source of energy for self-reliant India, and demand whereby the strength of our demand and supply chain should be utilized to full capacity. And during the third tranche of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, the government also has announced 1.5 lakh crore as a booster to strengthen 1 lakh crore to agriculture cooperative societies, farmer produce organization, and startups for boosting farm gate infrastructure. 10,000 crores for formalization of microfood enterprises and for following cluster-based farming approach. And we also have Amrit Kaal led up to at 100 to achieve New India by 2047, and which also talks about, which has got a great vision, which is also talks about complementing the macroeconomic level growth focus with a microeconomic level all-inclusive welfare focus. This is very important. This is where today's topic is very important. Promoting digital economy and fintech, technology-enabled development and energy transition and climate action, and relying on virtuous cycle starting from private investment with the public capital investment helping to crowd in private investment. And government also has announced national logistic policy for development of unified logistic interface platform to help different government and private agencies such as shippers, service providers enable information exchange on a real-time basis in a confidential manner. And I also would like to quote our Honorable Prime Minister's Independence Day speech on 15th August 2022. He announced 5 pledges for India's development. And he titled as 5 pledges for 2047 Panch Prans, which are they? Goal of developed India. Remove any trace of colonial mindset. Take pride in our roots. Unity. Sense of duty among citizens. We have 17 sustainable development goals and 169 targets to be achieved, which is and Agenda 2030 to achieve the future we want. Today's topic is development of livelihood activities among tribals through Nature's Science Foundation, which is an NGO based at Coimbatore. Under this webinar series, the university has organized following 2 webinars on the related topic: smart tribal agriculture, optimizing value chain, by Dr. Nadadur Janardhan, IAS retired, former United Nations advisor and founder trustee of Hazel Free Foundation, Chennai. And he talked about doubling farmers' income by 2022 and doubling farmers' income 4 times, that is quadruple of farmers' income by 2024. While agriculture productivity has made rapid strides with the green revolution, white revolution, etc., income of farmers have stagnated. Many below poverty line households in this sector are saddled with huge debts. Thus, if particular interest in this approach paper is the goal of doubling income of tribal farmers in the state of Jharkhand with respect to lakh cultivation and other produce by 2022 and quadrupling it, that is 4 times, by 2024. This ambitious target envisaged by the government requires intervention at multiple levels, including but not limited to rethinking institutions, adoption of technology, and development initiatives, including infrastructure. He concentrated on information flow and money flow, doubling income of tribal families through value chain intervention on minor forest producer, a case study on custard apple value chain from Udaipur, Rajasthan. It is a very important and successful value chain project for tribal families, from Udaipur. Untapped potential for growth, co-create solutions to realize gains for farms, gains for households, and gains for communities, by Mr. Amit Kumar Singh, President, Advocacy and Entrepreneurship Development, IACART FinTech Private Limited, Mumbai. And he talked about untapped potential, diverse agroclimatic zone, farmer produce organization incubation, digital space and technology, and private sector and startups, farming as a business, and farmer produce organization incubation. Under the international webinar series on open source digital technology towards self-reliant India, we had a talk on health informatics network value chain in tribal village in Nilgiris forest in Tamil Nadu by an NGO based in Bangalore. He talked about medical outreach, challenges and potential versus potential, and this project was undertaken with the help of forest officials of Nilgiris forest. And he is Mr. Rajendra Kakarla Vesana, founder and chief mentor, Touchwood Ecological and Social Foundation, and founding director, EcoVantage Group of companies, Bangalore. And FarmWise and FarmerWise database are the two basic assets on which Agriculture 4.0 shall operate to minimize COVID-19 like situation in near future. Development of smart farmer, smart farming, and smart village in an agriculture ecosystem shall lead to national open digital ecosystem of the country. Our country is an agrarian economy and hence requires to be a digitalized agriculture economy at the earliest on priority basis through smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. Tribal population of India is about 104 million as per 2011 population census. 104 million, 10 crore, about 10 crores, 10.5 crores. There exist around 192 integrated tribal development projects and many integrated tribal development agencies spread over 19 states and union territories of India. Vantan Yojana is effectively engaging 3.6 lakhs tribal forest produce gatherers. As a nodal agency at national level for implementation of Vantan Yojana, TriFed provides end-to-end solutions. TriFed has its footprint right from very first stage of gathering, harvesting the forest produce that include tree-borne oilseeds, flowers, herbs, barks, leaves, honey, and a variety of natural species to the next level of their primary development, packaging, transportation, and marketing. Primitive tribal communities continue to practice tribal agriculture using biocultural resources. Policymakers must learn from them in order to challenge the conventional model of agricultural production and food insecurity, as also about how to make development sustainable. This is an article written by Bhuvaneshwar Sagar in Economics and Political Weekly on March 20, 2010. India's tribal population is over dependent on agriculture and forest related livelihood resources. Tribal agriculture is characterized by low technology and low input resources. Agricultural inputs and new information about agriculture are to be reached optimally to these areas. Agricultural inputs and agriculture new information about agriculture are to be reached optimally to these areas. Understanding tribal agriculture, tribal farming is cash free, sustainable. The predominant attitude of agriculture officials toward tribal communities is to try to convince them to give up their backward agriculture and adopt more modern and high productivity agriculture practices. Often, no attempt at all is made to try to understand the traditional agriculture systems and practices of tribal communities. What we see in tribal village is an agriculture system in harmony with nature, as well as the food and nutrition needs of people. This to be a risk minimizing system which can provide at least some food even in adverse weather conditions. Hence, the relevance of this eco-friendly zero fossil fuel systems increased further in terms of climate change and erratic weather. Hence, this relevance of this eco-friendly zero fossil fuel system has increased further in times of climate change and erratic weather. Therefore, it is important for the government to have a better recognition of this inherent strength of tribal agriculture. The effort should be to build further on this strength instead of thoughtlessly uprooting traditional wisdoms. Scheduled tribe component. The former tribal subplan, now changed to scheduled tribe component, is done mainly for animal husbandry, backward poultry, dairy development, fisheries, integrated farming systems, irrigation, livelihood, milk production, post-harvest value addition, reducing food, fodder, and income insecurity in higher land tribal agro-pastoralist, seed production, and vocational training, etc., etc. Need for a tribal digital platform for sustainable development and growth. Ministry of Tribal Affairs have initiated development initiatives in tribal-dominated states to start a phased transformation of programs across 1.4 by tribal villages with more than 25% of tribal population to convert them into model villages. The new program, Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana, would initiated across India in multiple phases. The first phase will include 36,248 villages with at least 50% tribal population. Main objective of the ministry is to provide more focused approach on the integrated socio-economic development of the scheduled tribes. There are more than 35 central government ministries and departments, etc., are involved in operationalizing Tribal Development Action Plan. And it is reported that several ministries are unable to use the earmarked budget, leading to lapse every year, as per the report published in Economic Times on 1st April 2022. Digital India program has potential to transform the existing public service delivery systems, improve productivity, create jobs, and include economic activity in the areas which are not yet digitally connected. Digital inclusion, social inclusion, and sustainable development and growth are evolving as a metrics for a sustainable e-governance program in India. Availability of demand-driven e-governance services based on framework approach can achieve digital inclusion exponentially. Technological advances are making it easier and faster to translate ideas into commercial products. Smart tribal farming, in association with the NGOs who are working in tribal areas, the Shobhit Institute of Engineering and Technology, deemed to be University Meerut, and our partner Millet Mart Ventures Limited Pune have initiated preparation of project proposals to operationalize smart tribal farming in a cluster of 10 tribal villages, each in the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana to begin with. Since 17th August 2022, Fruitful discussions were ongoing with these NGOs. The volume 12B on the doubling farmers' income by 2022 report to 2018 suggested strategic use of digital technology in farming system life cycle through 7 mission mode programs. In its chapter 10 has advocated smart tribal farming. We need to achieve bioenergy supply chain, a business opportunity for rural enterprises and farmer produce organization in tribal areas. Mushroom cultivation, a way far towards self-reliance from agriculture waste and providing nutritional food security to the nation. And India is the second largest agriculture waste producer in the world. Compared with the cost of protein-based nutritious food production and mushroom production is the cheapest. Very little land and water requirement compared with any food production, and Northeast India and the sub-Himalayan region can produce every kind of mushroom at the most cost-effective manner. Experience sharing on entrepreneur's journey in secondary agriculture through lot of startups in agriculture sector. And he talked about the problems: disposal of agriculture waste, higher carbon emissions, expensive metabolities, and low income farmers, how to convert waste into wealth, and farm linked activities and secondary agriculture, how to empower small and marginal farmers in India by Dr. Mahantesh Patil, farmer professor of University of Agricultural Science, Raichur, Karnataka. He talked about secondary agriculture related activities are spread over several ministries in central and state governments. It is necessary to have a nodal agency to coordinate the activities. Current curricula of state agriculture university should include secondary agriculture, bioprocessing technologies, and agribusiness courses. In the process, state agriculture university should offer diploma certificate programs as per the demand of secondary agriculture. Way back in 2008, I have initiated, and I also quoted by New Indian Express, on pilot project to map needs of farming community. Agricultural resources information system will carry information on farmer and his field, and this was not operationalized till now. Some of the programs are being organized for the benefit of tribal communities to create a supply. And I also would like to, according to the synopsis of the guest speaker, Natural Science Foundation, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India is functioning energetically to conduct different awareness programs and implement various schemes to public and schools, college students towards the noble cause of nature protection. Some of the programs are being organized for the benefit of tribal communities to create the supply chain for livelihood by organic farming and biodiversity conservation studies. The talk focuses on the training and encouragement on skill development activities initiated by Nature Science Foundation during the past 3 years towards the enhancement of tribal livelihood of Coimbatore and Nilgiris districts of Tamil Nadu. Now let us turn to the address by Dr. Shrikala Nair, Director, Research and Development, Nature Science Foundation, Coimbatore, on a very important topic, development of livelihood activities among tribals through Nature Science Foundation. Today's topic will motivate and galvanize the participants watching our telecast through facebook.com/Shobhit University India, youtube.com shobhituniversity.in, or LinkedIn /company /Shobhit University for establishing agri-tech startup, physical plus digital infrastructure, facilitating smart tribal farming in tribal villages of the country. Let us unlock the opportunities in India at the earliest. Let me introduce the guest speaker to the audience. Mr. Manish. Dr. Shrikala Nair obtained her PhD degrees in botany, subject mycology and plant biotechnology from Goa University, Goa, under the guidance of renowned mycologist and plant pathologist Professor D. Jairam Bhatt in September 2002. As part of taxonomy capacity building and sourcing of biomolecules of fungi, She had been trained in the isolation, taxonomical identification, and bioprospecting of various species of fungi isolated from different plant substrates at various sites in forest of Western Ghats. Dr. Shrikala Nair is a recipient of Young Scientist Award from Sciences and Engineering Research Board, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India in the year 2012. For this, she carried out isolation of pigment-producing microbes from Tamil Nadu with high industrial value. Later, for a period of 4 years from June 2016, she worked at the Center for Systems Biology and Molecular Medicine, Yanopaya Research Center, Yanopaya University, Mangalore, on development of mass spectrometry-based methods for identification of fungus from diverse substrates, including clinical samples, where she could apply functional proteomics approach to understand antibacterial and antifungal activities of fungi, which can be used as biopesticides. Her scientific disciplines are fungal biology and systematic, and molecular taxonomy and functional proteomics. Her professional careers include Head of the Department of Biotechnology, AGK College of Arts and Science, Navakarai, Coimbatore, Assistant Professor, Department of Microbial Biotechnology, PSGR Krishnamal College for Women, Coimbatore, Head of the Department of Microbiology, Nehru Arts and Science College, Coimbatore, Lecturer, Department of Biotechnology, Nehru Arts Science College, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India. Dr. Shrikala Nair has research publication both in national and international journals and presented research papers in various conferences, seminars, and workshops held in India. She is recognized as guide for MPhil and PhD students in microbiology in Bharatiyar University, Coimbatore, and also received permanent qualification approval for the post of Assistant Professor in Biotechnology for UG and PG level teaching at Bharatiyar University. With this, I would like to request Dr. Shrikala K. Nair to participate in the National Webinar Series on Doubling Farmers' Income by 2022, Atmanirbhar Bharat in Agriculture, to talk on development of livelihood activities among tribals through Nature Science Foundation in the 100th edition of this webinar series. Over to you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. A very warm good morning to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers of this series for giving me the opportunity for my presentation on the topic Development of Livelihood Activities Among the Tribals through Nature Science Foundation. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us and making us aware of the role, what we all have as a scientist, what we have to play as a scientist for making the India self-reliant. And thank you so much for the introduction and introducing me to the audience. So Nature Science Foundation, abbreviated as NSF, is basically an NGO with ISO certified and Ministry of MSME registered organization. The main function of NSF is towards protection and conservation of nature and natural resources. Our motto is save the nature to save the future and go green to save the planet. For the last 5 years after the registration of NSF in 2017, NSF is functioning energetically to conduct different awareness program and implement various schemes to public and social school and colleges students towards the noble cause of environment protection and nature conservation. This organization is managed by a board of trustees which is registered under the Tamil Nadu Society Registration Act 1975. We have branch office at Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. NSF also have GST certificate registration for filing of income tax, 12AA certificate and ATG certificate and Form 17 AC certificates. So this is the registration certificate of NSF with registration number 114 and in the year registered in the year 2017. So this is the ISO certificate of NSF, ISO 14001-2015 certificate. And how the business model, how this NSF is working. So NSF is actively involved in conducting different programs like audit and assurance, training on certificate program, community services, awards and recognition, etc. So regarding the audits, NSF conduct audits in all higher educational institutions like colleges, schools, colleges and industries, and for environment, energy and ecology, ecosystem conservations and all. This helps the institution to attain maximum score in NAC criteria 7. After completing the audit, we give a detailed report and with green campus certificate, and also if it is the best college, and we just give the suggestions to improve the greenery and promote the herbal garden inside the institutions. And training, based on the training on certificate program, the training is conducted for lead auditor courses for any of the faculty and students who have completed graduation. And they will get a state lead auditor certificate which is eligible for 5 years, and they can go as auditors in green and environment audit to different institutions. And apart from this, we do community services as well as awards and honors recognition to the institution where we go for audits. And the lead audit certificates come, the certificates on green campus, environment and energy audit. It is organized at different educational institutions and also we just give green skill development program by conducting environmental courses, awareness campaign, and also promoting the students to do the environment afforestation and cleaning up the pollution sites. So the NSF, this is the slide which is photos taken during the opening ceremony of NSF in 2018. After the registration in 2017, the formal NSF was inaugurated in 23/1/2018. And what are the different awareness programs we conduct to conserve the biodiversity and preservation of environment? We go to the school of tribal community as well as in the rural and urban area and produce plants, free tree saplings during the Environmental Conservation Day, World Environment Day, etc., and promote them for afforestation program. And for tribal development programs, we visit the tribal villages, as we have 2 adopted villages under us, NSF, and we promote the women empowerment, women entrepreneurship program, and women also we just consider about the women health and child development programs. And these are the different health awareness campaign and health camp what we had conducted in the tribal villages of the adopted villages of Coimbatore and Nilgiris district of Tamil Nadu. And also we had done health campus for farm animals, where these tribal people are not able to bring the farm animals outside, and also the veterinary doctors may not be going inside the interior places where they are not properly treated, and because of that reason the animals, the livestock are declining day by day. So we just conducted a camp for the animals, livestock, as well as all the livestock for to see the health and maintaining the conditions of the livestock. And the tribal students, we have adopted 2 villages, and we have adopted few tribal schools and provide the educational facilities like books, uniform, pens, etc. to the students, and also promote them for their livelihood. So this is the tribal students visit in our by NSF team, giving them the food for the day. And what are the other activities what NSF are taken care of? So NSF is promoting the R&D work, research and development work, which is having social relevance and significance.
Okay.
Significance and useful for our country.
Okay, you can read it out, but it is not coming properly. You can read it out. You can go one by one.
The slide, it is not proper.
Yeah,
I think.
that's
while downloading it is. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you can read it out one after another. So.
Okay. So NSF is the main role of NSF is to promote R&D work having social relevance, significance, and useful to our country in terms of environment protection and conservation. And this NSF also we provide financial support and capacity building to the student, to the member of educational institutions, and whoever is the member of Eco Club student chapter. We have an Eco Club international student chapter, and we promote the students for getting the financial support for undertaking projects related to environment. And students of UG, PG, and engineering, or medical, agriculture, veterinary, social science, etc., all of them are eligible for attaining the financial support from the NSF. And major area of research may be in the field such as environment studies. And the students, 2 copies of the project after submission and completion of the project, the students have to support a project report to the chairman, director, and Nature Science Foundation, Coimbatore. So this is the distribution of more than 2,000 plants we had done during the World Nature Conservation Day to the public people at Racecourse Road, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. And this is the plantation of more than 100 plant saplings on the Independence Day at Sri Ramakrishna College Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India. Collaboration with the Tamil Nadu Government Forest Department. And what are the different awards and honors we conduct? We also organize, after completion of the audit, we identify the best school, best faculty, best institution, and they are felicitated by giving best faculty award, best woman faculty award, best scientist award, best woman scientist award, NSF fellow award, lifetime achievement award, best leadership award, best entrepreneurship award, best social worker award, and best principal award, best college and best school award, etc. And we had also signed MOU with various institutions, various higher educational institutions, including universities, colleges, and industries, to have a tie-up and to promote the R&D activities in our institution, as well as the for protection and conservation of environment. So, based on the registration done by the students in International Eco Club Student Chapter, the number of colleges which are benefited in not only in Tamil Nadu but also in Kerala, Karnataka, and Andhra, etc. Even in Chhattisgarh, in North area also, we have Eco Club Student Chapter. And how this association of NSF, Nature Science Foundation, has come for the upliftment of tribal communities of Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore area. So the organization, which is started in the year 2017, is as an NGO by Dr. S. Rajalakshmi as the chairperson, have two adopted village in Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu, namely Manar Tribal Village and Atikadavu Tribal Village, located in Nilgiris districts. During the pandemic in 2020 and 2021, NSF used to visit the villages occasionally to meet the day-to-day activities, day-to-day needs of the people in the area. It was during those days that the NSF recognized the need of empowering the tribal people through information, awareness, and income generation activities. No. The tribal women also discussed with NSF about the youths being shifted to the cities in search of better employment opportunities, and people in the village are largely unskilled. They were largely unskilled and were not able to support their family. So NSF recognized that livestock and livestock rearing was one of the greatest assets and skills among the villages in Manar and Atikadavu village. So we also realized the livestock from each house will be sufficient for generating organic fertilizers. So based on this observation, we conducted training for organic farming, mushroom cultivation, and for income generation activities for the tribal people of those two villages. So this is the time when we visit the village during the COVID-19 pandemic, and we used to supply food and basic amenities, provide basic amenities to the people, tribal people. And what is the entrepreneurship activities, what we had taken up after observation during the COVID-19 pandemic. So NSF, as I had mentioned, we recognized the need of empowering the tribal through information, awareness, and income generation activities. So based on that, we also conducted training in organic farming, mushroom cultivation, and honey production, beekeeping. So this is the training on which we had carried out on the production and marketing of agricultural products for the benefit of tribal communities of Coimbatore and Nilgiris district. So the different vegetables, what are the different vegetable production, because it is the foothills of Ooty, Nilgiris area. So mostly the cultivated plant species were tuber potatoes, underground carrot, radish, etc. So we had also initiated and provided biofertilizer unit. Actually, this is the photo of the vermicompost production, what we had initiated, and we had trained them to produce vermicompost in the particular farm area by using the worms and the biodegradable waste generated in the house as well as the litter. So this they used as a fertilizer, biofertilizer for the organic farming, and they were trained for different best practices for organic farming, like crop rotation, green manure usage, biological using of biological pest control, and crop self management, and water management, and use of livestock manure for organic farming. So income, what are the income generated from 1 acre of land? The vegetable cultivated during the organic farming was mainly potatoes and sweet potatoes, root vegetables like carrot, radish, turnip, beetroot, etc., and salad vegetables like lettuce and cabbage, legumes like peas and beans. So this made the farmers more confident, and they started earning, and their income had risen from 10,000 to 25,000 per month in 1 acre of land. But so here we have to specially acknowledge the support we got from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University for providing us seed and giving us training and motivating the farmers of the agriculture for the village, tribal village. So secondly, what we had initiated apart from organic farming is mushroom cultivation. So mushroom being an indoor crop and required very little space and less cost infrastructure, we initiated an employment opportunity for survival and livelihood for tribal people through mushroom cultivation by generating mushroom production. This also helped to arrest the migration of people and also income generation activities. The training and documentation on mushroom production technology was conducted in Manar village by providing input like spawn, fungicides, straw, and polythene bags. The training on cultivation of mushroom, this mushroom processing unit were given to the poor. Training were given to the poor. We had selected poor women farmers, and we had given the training for the those ladies who are below poverty line. And oyster mushroom is grown in material which is prepared after mixing wheat or paddy straw and spawn on wheat or jowar grain. So mushroom entrepreneurship is more profitable than any other activities of income generation within short time. So the farmers were happy that they were able to generate the income within a short duration of time. And here you can see the our people going to the village and training the tribal communities. So based on the income generation, according to the table, the results revealed that the growing mushroom in polythene bag, the cost of cultivation in polythene bag is only rupees 1,500 rupees, when gross return and net return of rupees is 8,580 to 7,080 respectively. So we had to put only the other spawn and the polythene bags are supplied by the NSF, and the training was also given to them, and with a minimum cost they were able to get a maximum profit of the with the activity. So the next step on third activity, what we were concentrating was on cultivation of honey and beeswax. And we have beekeeping is a significant and sustainable and environmental sound activity involving integration of forestry, social forestry, and agricultural supporting activity, since it provides nutritional, economic, and ecological balance. While providing employment and income, India has a good potential for beekeeping and to become a major honey exploiting nation. So, observing the flora of the particular region while visiting the villages and all. So we thought that this activity on beekeeping will attain its peak while for this, and it will be a good source of income for the farmers of tribal area. So beekeeping is a low invest and skill industry function, having the potential to offer direct employment to many people in the tribal area. So we had taken the support of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University trainers for organizing the training program for the tribal people, and where they were also shown how to collect the honey, how to make the comb, how to install the beehives, and also what are the different procedures and precautions to be followed during the time of harvesting. So, but we were facing a bit challenges, but many were not able to come out and accept it. Establishment of beekeeping interest, establishing a beekeeping interest was not fairly seen in many people, but as and when the awareness campaign we had done, and the source of income, when they were able to know, they were ready to take up the initiative. So the beekeeping supply material was provided by the NSF, and the technical training support was given by the Agricultural University. So here you can see that we were doing the training, and started in the year 2020, just with the help of 7 farmers, and provided 14 beehives. And with the 14 beehives, the farmers were able to harvest 40 liters of honey. But in the coming year, the next year 2021, another 12 people were interested and joined the self-help group, and the number of beehives were planted, kept, were almost 32, and then again they were able to harvest honey 85 liters. And in the year 2022, so more number of people showed interest, and we had kept 50 beehive, and which led to the production of 124 liters of honey in the particular year. And apart from this organic farming, mushroom cultivation, and honey production, we just made a trial, and we just gave a training and awareness program conducted on production of handicrafts by bamboo plantation and by bamboo products. But this was just underway, and it is not so we have just keep undergoing some training, and we are identifying the farmers who can generate income, and who are willingly coming out for this particular program. And also for this purpose, we need to plant a number of bamboo trees in the particular area, and we were promoting the bamboo cultivation indirectly in this way. So providing by giving us the training in bamboo craft products, and we had promoted the cultivation of bamboo as well. So who are the beneficiaries? The total number of 100 farmers under each sector were selected and trained based on their interest. And vegetables, honey, and mushroom marketing strategies were improved as the year goes down. And the bamboo handicrafts and honey bee wax production were also on the way, and we have to give them training on bee wax. Now they had concentrated only on honey, but the people are there to give training for production of bee wax, which is a and also royal jelly. So we are planning to take up in the further coming up years. And this help them to create an awareness on the importance of this program and their benefits to be explained, was explained to the local tribal community. So actually all these activities, what we had taken up during the last 3 years, it has helped to people, tribal people, rural people to shift to urban area in search of jobs. So based on the Smart Agri Tribal Group, the NSF initiated the formation of self-help groups within the tribal community for scaling up of entrepreneurs' activities. And we put forward the idea of cultivation of finger millet also in their land, as it is used widely along with the rice as it was unavailable in and not in sufficient quantity. It was not available during the pandemic time. And seeds were collected from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore, and provided to the farmers for ragi millet cultivation. And we promoted them and given training for promoting the cultivation. NSF also provided a quality seed grading unit and set up a flour mill for processing of millet. And these are the different processes what they had done with their own interest in their land. Farmers, preparation of land, forming of raised bed, pre-treatment of seed with fungicides, sowing and covering the seeds, water management, harvesting. So the NSF, we provided the seeds and fungicides and whatever the support from external support, whatever they ask for promoting the ragi cultivation. And also some of the farm equipments for plowing of field, making the seed channels, etc., land channels, etc., we had provided to the farmers. And this is the seed cleaner, which is provided with the help of the...
Madam, can you go to the previous slide?
Sir?
Okay, just 1 minute. Can you explain in this one that how your NSF have engaged in motivating people and giving appropriate best practices and so on and so forth in crop management, because that is a very important slide. Can you spend some time on this one, madam? And even the crop management and finger millets.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes, I will just... So actually, this crop management for finger millet cultivation was done with the support of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. So the preparation, it started from the preparation of land for raising the seedlings to the plant. 1 hectare of main land was selected by the people, and which is almost 12.5 cents were selected, and the nursery area were near a water source, and we have to prepare a nursery for planting the saplings, seedlings. So the nursery area we selected in the near the sea waterbed area, and plowing was done, and 2 or 3 times with a mold board plough for 5 times with a country plough, and also it was planted in the area which is segregated with a water proving capacity. And in the farming raised bed, so this marks unit of 6 plots which of size which provide 30 centimeters space between the plots for irrigation. And the pre-treatment of seeds has to be done with the fungicide. So the seed treatment with azospirillum, the seed were treated with azospirillum is done, and the seeds before sowing it in the field itself, we best practices what we had asked them to follow is to treat it with azospirillum, uh, that is with 1 packet, 3 packets in a hectare. 3 packets of azospirillum has been treated with in a hectare of land. And the mix the seed in a polythene bag to ensure a uniform coating of seeds. And then we have to apply it, the azospirillum treated plant into the field. And the next is sowing and covering the seeds. So for sowing and covering the seeds, a mm, shallow rills or deeper places was passed. The finger millet area was made for sowing, and in the particular area where there is a plowing is done and the water supplement is more, the sowing and covering sowing of seed is done. The covered seed, the azospirillum covered seed is sowed in the particular area. So after sowing, the seeds are covered with the soil, with the help of the plowing instruments and all, and sprinkle almost 500 kgs of farmyard manure. So farmyard manure is applied for after sowing and covering the seed with the particular soil in the area. So water management. So to provide the water in inlet inlet of water supply in the particular area of the cultivation. So proper water management has to be done, and we made sure that there are water availability in the neighboring wells or bore wells where the ragi cultivation is promoted. And plowing the field. So this is the preparation of mainland for what I had explained to you in the previous slide itself, and application of micronutrients. The fertilizer soil test before going into cultivation of the ragi, soil test is done, and to see whether the area is suited for ragi cultivation and all. So based on that, the fertilizer has to be provided to the farmers, and recommendations for the fertilization is given for vertisols, insectisols and entisols for prescribing the fertilizer doses, also dosage of fertilizers, how much had to be used in the particular area for ragi cultivation. So this is what the support what we had given, sir. The best practices on you by using farmyard manure and testing the soil and providing the micronutrients and fertilizers for them, and plowing instruments, etc. So these are the based on their requirements and needs. So they had asked for the seed cleaner and a small processing unit for cultivation and harvesting of ragi. With the help of Ayapadasan sir, we had provided two small units, small millet processing unit, and also seed cleaner grader. Actually, it is for the farmers to carry out the activities in a smooth way. This is also the seed cleaner and millet distower supplied to the tribals by the NSF. Thank you. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity.
Just 1 minute. You can put the thank you slide. So let me also
Yes,
capture
sir,
that.
yes, sir.
The last slide. Thank you.
Yes,
I
sir.
think there is some disturbance
Yeah,
in.
disturbance in
You have
uploading
to
or
tell
downloading. I don't know what.
yeah, that's true. It's a. It is very important. Madam, now the thing is that you can come out of the slide. Yes.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
very much. And I also thank Dr. Parthasarathi Iyengar, who has introduced your organization to our working group, Smart Tribal Farming Working Group. That's how
Yes,
I
sir.
met Dr. Ayappan Das, and
Yes,
then I requested him to deliver a talk, and then he has suggested your name that our director R&D will deliver the talk, and today you have
yes,
done
sir.
a
Actually, the
wonderful,
millet thing and all.
talk.
Oh, sorry. Actually, the millet
And you
cultivation
have
and all,
done it.
Ayyappa Dasan
Now,
sir is only.
hello.
Sir, hello.
Ah,
So for
now,
millet
voice is
cultivation,
broken.
Ayyappa Dasan sir is promoting. Hmm.
Hello.
Okay. Yes, sir.
It's very nice that Dr. Ayappan Das of Nature's Science Foundation has introduced you to participate in this program, and we are thankful to you. I have during my initial introduction, I also talked about what is our approach from the Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology, and also working with NGOs, for operationalizing the recommendation of doubling farmers' income by 2022 committee report, that is smart tribal farming, and also that how we are now engaged with 10 NGOs in various states, and after and it is very nice of Dr. Parthasarathi Iyengar to introduce the Natural Science Foundation in the group. And you also, in the pilot project of two villages, you have done an exemplary work, extraordinary work in association with the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University in providing good seed and good crop management and processing and so on and so forth. Now, if you take the broader perspective, because when I looked into your resume and your past your earlier activities in the academic and research, and how to go about it, that there's I also spelled out a lot of needs and the challenges and potentials in my initial introduction, and you have given a very good case study that how Nature Science Foundation is involved in academic and research and operational projects. It means that and how to introduce digital technology. You have an operational technology and also the knowledge management technology. So this is technology, transformation through technology, T3, that digital technology, operational technology, and knowledge management. So how to get onto that smart tribal farming? And and you also said it very clearly that you have regional offices both in Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. Our university is based at Meerut, which is the western part of Uttar Pradesh, and this is the first engineering institute, deemed to be university, having agriculture as a use case. They are the first private university in the whole world to have a center for agricultural informatics and e-governance research studies, and Center for Agribusiness and Disaster Management Studies. This gives an MBA in Agriculture Value Chain, and Center for Agricultural Informatics, E-Governance Research Studies have launched MTech in Agricultural Informatics to train agriculture science graduates, undergraduate students, and also engineers and postgraduate students through MTech in Agricultural Informatics to get them back to agriculture. COVID-19 situation has taught a big lesson. India is an agrarian economy. Many of the institutes of higher education, that they don't even bother about to do any research work in the area of agriculture. Agriculture, yes, it has got a biological component. Biological component is to extent it has got its own, area, but non-biological area can be looked by the other institutions, be it IIT, be it NIT, be it triple IT, be it 4,500 engineering colleges, and more than 22,000 colleges who teach postgraduate programs. And if India is an agrarian economy, why the higher educational institutions don't even look into agriculture as the best option to generate human resources, rather than doing research activities in different areas and produce PhDs, but those PhD ideas and findings are not being plowed back to villages. That's why I quoted Acharya Vinoba Bhave, who said it, India is is a Krishi Pradhan Desh, 6.25 lakhs villages. So for even 1,500 deemed to universities and many institutions who teach digital technology in different areas, when we provide manpower to the corporates in Western countries, why we are not looking into our own Indian villages, which can provide food to the whole world? We have got 365 days of sunshine, 127 agroclimatic zone, more than 400 varieties, 2,400 agricultural commodities, fisheries, animal husbandry, livestock, and the and and I also suggested that the how digital technology to be operationalized in the agriculture system as a strategic use of digital technology in agriculture life cycle. And this can generate, even to help 14.5 crores operational holders. Many of them are 85%, more than 85% are small and marginal farmers, can have informatics led development. That's why I was part of the that I was the project director for 512 districts computerization way back in 87. Then I brought IT blueprint in for agriculture in 1995, and I have operationalized many of the ideas. But now, after I have traveled more than 400 districts, I thought that in order to remove rural distress, digital technology can pay the way. And after that, even though this journey has started in 1987, but the penetration has started taking place too in the rural area. After Mr. Modi has taken over as the Prime Minister. And even now, that at the grassroots level, neither the block level agriculture officer, nor the agriculture fisheries officer, nor the livestock officer, or the rural development officer understand what is village economy. District administration doesn't understand village economy, doesn't talk about, even that's the reason only that farmer are not able to sell their products. If a district agriculture is is interested with the agriculture economic development, which means that what is being produced is to be consumed, not to be thrown on the streets, not on a distress sale, it then only that this is India can be the world leader. And this is where, as a computer scientist, work in digital technology for e-governance since 1987. I thought that as an IITian, I should work for technology development for rural areas. So I have changed for the last 40 years. I have been concentrating now. This is the first university to have a Center for Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies, launched an MTech level program on agricultural informatics, PG diploma, to train students of all the discipline who have some interest to work in the agriculture area, so that the country needs at least one agri-tech startup in every gram panchayat. We have got about 2.25 lakh gram panchayat, 14.5 crores operational holders, and so many varieties. So every variety can be made it as a global value chain. The type of things which you do it, I was quite impressed to see the objective of National Nature Science Foundation. You provide financial support, you support research activities and various areas, social medicine, agriculture, engineering. And why can't we work together, both at the Center of Agricultural Informatics and E-Government Research Studies and Nature Science Foundation, to work on agricultural informatics research and development, and operationalize the 7 mission mode programs as suggested by the committee, Dr. Ashok Dalwai committee, and which I was closely associated. Why don't we do it? So my request is that why can't we join together and start experimenting the smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart irrigated farming. And when we undertake this, all the other 6 recommendations will get operationalized. Today, you take COVID-19 situation. I was invited by the National Agriculture Science Congress held in 2011 at Lucknow. I was asked to present a paper, and that time I was Deputy Director General Agricultural Informatics and E-Governance in NIC. How to reduce, farm loss. And I took that you have that why can't we look into plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, fish health, and environmental health and farmer health together at the village level, at the farm level. See the data; they are all vertical data, and then have this data of vertical data, that health related data, and see it on a village and through a GIS technology, and then lockdown. And that time itself that this was proposed, I also suggested with the National Academy of Agricultural Science come out in the proceedings that my paper, that National Center for Farm Health Management Studies, National Center for Farm Health Management Studies. And now in this, Doubling Farmers Income Committee report, this also has come as, digitalized farm health information management system to look into human health, plant health, animal health, soil health, water health, and fish health and environmental health. This is $1 trillion data economy. All computer science students can work in as a data engineer, data scientist, and data analytics with artificial intelligence and big data analytics and blockchain technology can bring $1 trillion economy with respect to this data, along with the data gets generated from the farm level and farmer. And the farmer and farm can get reality out of the data which they get generated from agriculture field, their field, and which is being used by various companies to generate wealth for them. So this is how I work on it. I'm trying to bring in, what do you call this, something like a large scale GI tax, agriculture value chain for, enhancing, farm income effectively. So, madam, that, it is, we have to generate a lot of youngsters in the agricultural informatics and e-governance, and since as a science foundation, Nature's Foundation, that, you are involved in R&D activities, you work with the rural areas, why can't you promote agricultural informatics as a discipline among the rural, students to get into formal education, because they are students from different disciplines. But many agriculture companies need people with agricultural informatics. That's why I am now invited by the, that Pan IITian Association. They are having a program in Banaras in the university on 12th. I'm talking on the role enhancing farmers' income through agricultural informatics research and development programs. It's very important, and this is my request. And let us sign an MOU between Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology and the Nature Science Foundation, and see to that how agricultural informatics or MBA in agribusiness management and MTech in agricultural informatics can be promoted, and then India will be the first country to promote MTech in agricultural informatics and making the people to adopt technology in Indian agriculture sector through digital technology, operational technology, and knowledge management. And to facilitate that, we work with ARDO organization, African Asian Rural Development Organization, which has got about 31 member countries and 16 African and 15 Asian. Agriculture development adopt the same small holder farming in both in Africa and Asia. So this is my viewpoint. I would like to hear from you, and then we can close the webinar. Over to you, madam. You have, please unmute mic.
Thank you, sir. It is an enlightened talk what you had also given me to start up the agricultural informatics and incorporating. As we are doing the R&D program, and we are promoting project work and case study work and all on promoting environmental and aspects and all, NSF can do a lot, I feel, in the future coming years. Actually, it is just 2017 started. I think by the time 2022 we have done so much, and why not we can do much with the help of you people, you all. I think eminent scientists like you, we have the confidence that we can achieve the self-reliant India. We can make the India self-reliant.
No, it is very important because
Yes, sir.
I'm a mathematics student. I did my MSc Mathematics from Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, Mylapore, 74-76. And then I went for MTech Computer Science from IIT Chennai, 76-78. But when I joined National Informatics Center in 78, now was heading the important projects. First e-governance from 512 districts, then IT and agriculture blueprint, now working in various areas and brought agricultural informatics as a discipline. I thought that this is a very important discipline to be promoted in the rural areas, so that Indian villages, 6.25 lakhs villages, are the first mile connectivity, not the last mile connectivity. And BharatNet is being extended to village level, and pipe can go, but there has to be a water. Information has to flow. Information has to be generated. Information has to be, graded. Information has to be cleaned, and farmers have to be given appropriate, technology, and everything should be made available at the doorstep. He has an asset, and he need to be supported. He should not run pillar to post in the district agriculture offices. And these people, government should run after the farmers, those who generate generate economic. They are involved in economic activity as far as the agriculture and food economy is concerned. So that is the viewpoint, and I have taken it up. And I thought that after my retirement as a Director General NIC, rather than going to industry, I thought, let me get into university and use the university platform to motivate. Many people used to say that, Professor Moni, you are not an agriculture scientist. How you have taken a passion for rural economy? I told him that I was born and brought up in rural area. I've seen how difficulty, I've seen poverty, and I have got agriculture in my DNA. I don't need to have an agriculture degree. And that's how I have generated interest. I am now known person, and the country can say, like German has brought industry 4.0. Japan has given the whole world society 5.0 concept, and India has to give agriculture 4.0 to the whole world. And this is where nobody in India can have without a job. They can become, people living in rural India can be the millionaires,
Millionaires.
and agriculture alone can give it. And that's why the 7 mission mode programs are well thought about it. That's the reason only whether Ministry of Agriculture is operationalizing, because in this country, state governments have got their own bother about. They don't want to work with the central government. Many programs, even many central government schemes are not known below district level. They got distorted. That's the reason only I thought that from the university, let me have a national webinar series on doubling farmers' income. Today is the 100th edition. And Saturday, I do an international webinar series on open source digital technology in association with Ardo. That by day after tomorrow, I will be completing 99th edition. So 200 speakers, experts from India and abroad, talked on every week, 2 speakers on 2 different problems related to agriculture. And now they have joined as many are startups, and they are also looking into this video, and they will join with the university for either for research programs or startup or NGOs or entrepreneurial activities. And this is where we thought that with the technology, digital technology, and we can reach to the unreached. Reaching the unreached is a very important thing. And I'm very happy that your vast experience and also working in Western Ghats, and then you also have your regional offices both in Uttar Pradesh and Haryana.
Yeah.
And even though our university is based in Meerut, we are working for Pan India. We wanted to work with one agriculture commodity, digitalized agriculture value chain per district, to be globally integrated. That is very important.
Yes, sir.
And today somebody has said it to me, informed that, sir, I come from Kanyakumari district. Matti banana is not even being traded within India. There are large scale opportunities. And can you help us as to how to do that? So all agriculture commodities should find a place in all the 28 the 28 states of India. They're all bigger than many countries, and many union territories and NCT Delhi. And it's very important to have a national trade and a global trade. Our agriculture commodity has to be value chain. This is where smart tribal farming, as when I gave it smart tribal farming, many people asked, sir, there is a tribal sub plan. And then there is now the schedule to tribe components, ST components. And the thing is that 35 ministries, they don't even, and 35 ministries and so many federal, the state governments, they don't talk to each other. And the money gets, that it gets, unutilized. And if it is a smart tribal farming, it goes to the grassroots level. It is not a plan. If a plan means, it represents government. And then there is no responsibility for a district collector to operationalize it. He is an all-India level officer, and he goes with what is being dictated by the state government. And this is where, when you say that it is related to farming, and the farmer will go for him, whether it's a state government or central government, is one and the same. And so it is a focused on farm or the farmer. And that's why I put it smart irrigated farming, smart rainfed farming, and smart tribal farming. So focused on tribal people who undertake farming. And then also during my interaction, I also said it that, many agriculture officers used to go and tell them, you don't bother about your traditional agriculture, tribal agriculture. Now for higher productivity, you use hybrid seed. And this is how, when this 10 the pilot project which I initiated, because our honorable president is from tribal community, so we would like to demonstrate some success in smarter tribal farming. Next year, millet is an international year. It's being celebrated throughout the world. So we have taken millet as a value chain. We initiated, I had various series of talks, and this project presented to the Minister of Tribal Affairs. And I also will be very happy that in Tamil Nadu, through you, let us identify a cluster of 10 tribal village. for smart tribal bombing based on what you have done it, and then also club it along with this national project, which we are trying to, we are now trying to do it. Even Maharashtra Tribal Development Corporation they have shown interest to join with us for this project. And let us also see to that smart tribal farming is achieved in every tribal community. And government has come out with a scheme, and let us also operationalize that ST component. Many activities, agriculture and allied activities, a value chain. So, and since you have done a lot of things, and you also now member of the Shobhit University Smart Tribal Farming Group, I have put Dr. Ayappan Das and the advice of Dr. Partha Sarthi Iyengar, and I will also include your name. And also you can ask your branch officers, also you can give the name, their WhatsApp number and their name. We can also include it. Every Tuesday at 4 o'clock, we take a review meeting. And with your research activities, you can be a very good, backbone for us to undertake this activity even for throughout India in this pilot project to be, to facilitate. So this is our, interest, and how to undertake, even to have from some good students you can select and you can recommend for MTech in agricultural informatics. And let us do undertake agricultural informatics research and development, and let this Soviet Institute of Engineering Technology and Nature Science Foundation be the lead organization to promote agricultural informatics research and development in this country in a very big manner. So with this, I would like to thank you, Mr. Manish. Is there any feedback has come in the chat box? Yes. There is one it has come, Mr. Dr. Mohammed Fahim. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I agree. Government has done and still doing more for tribals. Very nice topic to educate people and create more awareness. Thank you, madam. Very nice
Thank
that
you,
for your
thank you.
address. Thank you. Thank you. And just 1 minute, and let me catch. Please let me catch this one also. Let me
Excellent.
save it. Let me save it. Just 1 minute. It is very important. And Madam Kasturi, excellent session on how to save the nature to save the future, go green to save the planet. She's a former senior technical director, worked in IT and agriculture, animal husbandry. And like you, she's also botanist, got into, digital technology. It's very important. And she's recently retired. She was my junior, and she retired only in the month of July. And she will be very happy to work with you. It's very important. And it is very important that today's topic, and and uh, and I'll be very happy that how to, just 1 minute, it is how to join together with both Nature Science Foundation and Shobhit Institute of Engineering Technology for promoting this smart tribal farming and also other associated activities which your Science Foundation has undertaken. So with this, Madam Dr. Shrikala Nair and Dr. Ayappan Das, very much for your involvement and immediately accepting to participate in this international webinar series. And today you have done a very wonderful job. Let us join together and promote a new way of thinking with respect to tribal development is concerned. Thank you very much. Thank you. With
Thank you.
this, I would like to thank Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, faculty members, and the participant and the guest speaker, and above all, Mr. Manish Chabra, who was able to, have this program live without any disturbance. Thank you very much. And with this, we will close the webinar and leave the studio. Thank you.
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you.